Hello and welcome back to the Rocky Sports Talk Sheet. We're getting ready to do part two of my NFL mock draft, uh, 2021. I did just upload the video to YouTube to the channel. I do see where I think I made an error. So we might just keep this going with instead of what actual picks. I will still say, but there may have been some confusion because there's a couple of spots where I didn't mark in the player. Um, so, yeah. Um, but mainly we're gonna go with my mock draft. It would be nice, honestly, because I really do want the Cowboys to get that pick at number 10. That would be so sweet, and I'm telling you all, NFL lovers, I am dead serious whenever I say that I'm not kidding whenever Panay Sewell, that tackle out of Oregon, could fall to 10 to Dallas. There is a high realistic chance, between 50 to 70% chance that this could happen. Do I think it will happen? Overall, I don't think it'll happen. The first three are going to be quarterbacks, even the first 1 through 5, I'm pretty sure 1 through 4 is going to be quarterback and Kyle Pitts. Almost got that 100% down, I think. I feel strongly about that. 5 could be, if it's not going to fall to Dallas, the main one where it could stop it from falling to Dallas, my little fantasy first round pick at number 10, would be number 5 with the Bengals. If they do not end up giving their young quarterback his favorite weapon out of college, his teammate Jamar Chase, wide receiver LSU, then they'll take. That's where my dream of Panay Sewell will end, because then if they ain't taking him, if they ain't taking Jamar Chase, then they're gonna take Panay Sewell right there at 5. So I think 5's our best shot, honestly. But a lot of people are saying don't be shocked if Jamar Chase goes to the Bengals to get back his connection, with Joe Burrows. And there's some rumors around there thinking that the Bengals want him to have somebody he's comfortable with, and the chemistry they have, they're aware of it. So who knows? We did leave off at 16. We're over here on 17 now. I believe we're on the Raiders at the 17 pick. Let me check that. Yes, we are on the Raiders. Let's recap my mock draft, first 16. My mock draft goes quarterback, BYU, Zach Wilson, first pick. Then Trevor Lawrence, quarterback out of Clemson, with the number 2 pick. Number 3 pick, Trey Lance, quarterback, North Dakota State University. 4th pick, Kyle Pitts, tight end, Florida. 5th pick, Jamar Chase, wide receiver, LSU. 6th pick, Devontae Smith, wide receiver out of Bama. 7th pick, Patrick Surtain, corner out of Bama. 8th pick, Justin Fields, quarterback, Ohio State. 9th pick, Caleb Farley, cornerback, Virginia Tech. 10th pick, Panay Sewell, offensive tackle, Oregon. 11th pick, Rashawn Slater, offensive tackle, Northwestern. 12th pick, Elijah Vera Tucker, offensive guard, USC. 13th pick, Micah Parsons, inside linebacker, Penn State. 14th pick, Trayvon Moehrig, safety, TCU. 15th pick, Mac Jones, quarterback out of Bama. And 16th pick, Jalen Waddle, Wide receiver, Bama. That's where we leave off. Yeah. Left off with the Raiders. So we still got the Raiders. The 17th pick of my mock draft, because they could use O-line, but they can also use linebackers. And I think the two offensive linemen are going to be off there. Like I said, after the first two, man, there's a drop off. And I think the guard's going to be gone too, Tucker. So I think the two offensive tackles and that guard will be gone by the 17th pick. So I think they're going to have to go probably best available player at that point. And I think they're going to go inside linebacker Jemiah Owusu Koromoa out of Notre Dame. So, yeah, I think that's going to be the 17th pick right there. That is, how do you say? Owusu Koromoa. I think that was a pretty good try right there. That is a tough name. That's tough to say. Yeah, I think that'll be the 17th pick. And honestly, I mean, I'm still going to do the actual draft picks, even though I may have messed up a couple earlier. I actually think that's what will end up happening also on the actual draft day. So I do believe that Jeremiah or whatever out of Notre Dame will also be over there and be picked 17. Pick number 18 is the Miami Dolphins. They already picked wide receiver. So, with pick 18, oof. This could end up being a little bit of a head scratcher. And I think it is going to end up being a little bit of a head scratcher. Oof. I think they'll actually end up going running back here. But this one's tough because I keep looking over at it, and I've been fighting with this pick at 18. Man, there's two really, really stud running backs up there. One from Clemson, one from Bama. I think they'll go to Najee Harris, running back out of Bama. I think that's my mock draft. Now, what I actually think is going to happen, I would take, and I mean, this is the closest it calls. Either one of these, you can't really be wrong. But at 18th pick, I actually think they take Travis Etienne out of Clemson. Yeah, I think Etienne is going to be the one pick right there. Either way, you can't really go wrong. In my book, I think they'll both be pretty good running backs. I really do think that. Uh, Now we're at the Washington football team. And they have a lot of offensive holes. And I think that's what they address is the offensive holes here. And I think at that spot in my mock draft, I'm going to go Christian Darrisaw. Offensive tackle out of Virginia Tech. Who I think that they end up drafting is Taven Jenkins, offensive tackle out of Oklahoma State. Either way, I think they're going to take one of the offensive tackles with that 19 pick. Because I mean that their defense is really good. Their defense is going to be tough defensively. But they do have a lot of holes on offense. But they did get some, they got some wide receivers. But they do need help on that O-line. They definitely just got rid of somebody. They got an outrageous contract this offseason. I don't think I need to say names on that one. But we'll see how that works out. But, yeah, I think they take Tavon. I think they take Jenkins there at 19. Now at 20, Chicago Bears. Oh, boy. What a joke. They've been really getting beat up. They have been getting beat up. I don't think, look, I know people are like, quarterback, please. Quarterback, please. By the time they get down there, look, like the top, let me look on my list. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I think by the time you get to 20, there's already going to be like 5 quarterbacks probably taken. I don't think they're going to take the 6th best quarterback in the draft in the first round. I just don't see it. I don't think they will. And honestly, there ain't no more quarterbacks, in my opinion, that are even first round worthy. Some of them I don't even think are first round worthy. I just think that's what's going to happen. So, this one's been tough. I put a question mark on my paper, so this one I really do have to decide. Chicago Bears. Ah! La. Chicago. Now, there is another corner that I don't have on my mock draft yet. I think that's what is going to end up happening. On mine is going to be J.C. Horn. J.C. Horn, South Carolina. I don't think he'll be there on the actual draft day. You know what? Maybe. People are getting scared by certain things here. Yeah, we'll just go. We'll go with that. Yep, 21st pick, Indianapolis Colts. Mm. Mm. On that one, I think this one is going to be wide receiver Terrence Marshall Jr. out of LSU. But that's on my mock draft. On theirs, I think they'll go with Quiddy Pay, defensive end out of Michigan. He, for the most part, sometimes on mine, I pick the best available. It's just what I do. 22nd pick, we have Tennessee Titans. They could use different things right now on this. Oh man. That's also a tough pick. See, towards the end of the first round, these are where the tough picks come in. But the Tennessee Titans, pass rushers, kind of hard to come by sometimes. Looking at these, I don't really see the greatest. But I'm going to go Jalen Phillips with the 22nd pick is what I think will end up happening with the Titans. I'm going to go Jalen. So, yes. I think Jalen Phillips from Miami. Who I think they'll end up taking. That's actually who I would take if I was him. I know it may not make sense, but I think he's gonna. He's one of my sleepers on defense, especially defensive end. That's who I would take. I know, like some of these I ain't done yet because these are just hard choices. Some of these. Uh, I mean, so yeah. I just I don't know. I'm looking at this now. Who do I think they'll take? With the 22nd pick. I think they'll take Aziz. I'm going to try to hard. Aziz Ojulari out of Georgia. Outside linebacker. Yeah. Yeah, because some of these, a lot of these I'm switching right now. Like I said, towards the end of these picks, or the end of the round, it was like you have to switch it because sometimes, I mean, these teams have track records of like The best available, it's the best available. So a lot of these teams are just going to take what's best available on that board. And I think linebacker wise, that's not bad. And, some of these teams in free agency lost some players. And I think I think that's a good spot for Aziz and a good team for Aziz, honestly. I think that's a really good a really good pick there. Um, Now the 23rd pick, it's going to be a little different. I know they went out in free agency and attacked it. I would still take Kadarius Toney, wide receiver out of Florida, if I was the Jets. I understand. I know. I understand. I know. I understand. I know. I know they got some receivers. I just think he could end up. He's one of the receivers that, man, yeah, he could end up being a bust. Or he could end up being better than the other receivers taken. I don't know. The case still open, but I do see unbelievable talent there, and I do see amazing upside. And the first thing you want is to give your quarterback weapons. And like I said, at this point, the guards and the offensive linemen compared to the receivers at this point, the receivers outwin the guards. So I think they take the best available, and I think they take the receiver. That's what I would do here. Now, what they do at 23. I think they will take Christian Darrisaw, offensive tackle out of Virginia Tech. So, I think they should go with the receiver. They think they're going to go with that offensive tackle. I just don't think he's going to. I'm telling you, after like the first 4 linemen, I don't think they're. I think there's a bigger drop off than receivers. I think there's seriously like 7, 8 good receivers in this draft. 7 or 8. And then we got the Pittsburgh Steelers. Oh lordy, what a choke last year! What a choke. They need a lot of help. They need a lot of help. I think this guy is underrated. And I think he'll end up being a good player. There's upside. He's 6'4", out of Kentucky, inside linebacker. Jamin Davis. And you know what? I actually think that's who they actually draft. That's mine and theirs. So I'm going to switch that up. I had somebody else. I know I'm writing a lot, people. But like I said, the mock draft, it's different, man. I keep looking at the sheet, and then I'm like, no, wait, that's not best available. Some of these switch up, guys. Some of these just switch up. And in my opinion, that's going to be the best inside linebacker that's available at that point left in the draft is Davis from Kentucky at the 24th spot. Jaguars still need a whole bunch of help, guys. A whole bunch of help. Trevor Lawrence ain't just going to save your franchise. Holy cow. Guys. Now, on my list, since I switched some stuff around, it looks like I might have. Uh, yeah. So I switched my list around. This one's going to be Tavon Jenkins on mine, Oklahoma State offensive tackle. I did take him off. I did switch the pick earlier, and also on their side. He's on their side. He's already been picked on the actual draft. There ain't no way he's going to be there at 25. But I think on mine, that's probably at that point, that's the 20. It's going to have to be. I'm not saying he's the 25th best because he's not, in my opinion. But they want a lineman, and they're going to take him. And that's going to be the best one available at that point. In my mock draft list is going to be Jenkins, so I'm going to have to switch that to tackle because they're going to get Trevor Lawrence. They're definitely going to draft somebody to protect him. That's all there is to it. 26. I'm just going to run through mine real quick because the video's almost getting to capacity here. The Browns haven't used a first-round pick on a player outside of a power conference since 1981. I know they have needs in the back end. Greg Newsome, the second corner out of Northwestern. Yep. Yep, I think that's going to be the 26th pick. That they're going to need some corner help, secondary help as well. Oh boy. Now, Baltimore Ravens. Boy. This is interesting. All right. I'm trying to look something up here. I'm trying to look up because I can't remember the name. This isn't the greatest defensive tackle class, but I think they're almost at a spot where they really need a defensive tackle. And even though it's probably going to be second-rate talent, they're going to take him in the first round, I think. But Jesus, I'm not seeing his name in this top 40 list right here. I definitely think they take a tackle here. Okay, so like I was saying, we got man, see, some of these picks could have been different. Like the last three picks, it could have been switched up between the inside linebacker of Kentucky, Jenkins at the offensive tackle and Newsome at corner. But the 27th pick, I'm going to go Christian Barmore, defensive tackle, Bama. I think that, Baltimore kind of needs a defensive tackle. And I think that's where they're going to go. And I think he's going to be the best available at that moment. So I'll go defensive tackle from Bama there with Barmore. 28th pick, the Saints. They could go in different spots here. They really could. They need help in the secondary. They could use some offensive tackles. But, a lot of them are just going to, I think, be off the board at this point. So, with the 28th pick, I think it's going to be Joseph Osei, edge. He's going to be on the edge, and he's out of Texas. So, I think he's going to be like the edge rusher. I think that might help. That D-line, obviously they already have a beast on that D-line, but put him opposite. And that actually might be a pretty good, it might be pretty good right there. Him and Osei out of Texas. 29th, the Packers. Look, you screwed it up last year. Let's just put it out there. When you didn't draft a receiver, dude, and you drafted a quarterback in the first round, you can't mess it up. Can't mess it up 2 years in a row. And plus, how do you say it? You don't want the smoke from Aaron Rodgers. I don't think the Packers want the smoke from Aaron Rodgers. I think they learned their lesson. I think they reached a little bit maybe here. If what you saw in games against like Ohio State and some other games that he put on at Purdue, then you definitely hit a home run here. But I think they're going to go with the trend of the league with speed. They already got Devontae. He's good. Possession receiver. I think they're going to want speed here. I think they're going to go Rondale Moore, wide receiver out of Purdue. He's a little 5'9" speedy receiver. I'm telling you what, he's a speedster. But I think this could be a nice little find. Rondale Moore, wide receiver out of Purdue, to the Packers at 29. 30. I know that the Bills could use different kinds of things, but they're pretty good on defense. Let's not kid ourselves. They're pretty good on defense, and offensively they're not that bad either. But I think they could use a little upgrade on tight end. So I think they might be thinking the same thing here because, look, there's a drop-off between the obvious best tight end in this draft and second. But I think this tight end's going to have a really good career as well, and that's Pat Freiermuth out of Penn State. Hopefully I said that right, tight end. I think that's who they'll take. I think that Buffalo will take that tight end. I think they're going to try to build like Kansas City. They're going to hope that maybe he can be like a Travis Kelce type of tight end. They already got the receiver. They're going to want to try to be able to attack the Chiefs and some of these other high-powered offenses like the Ravens and stuff. They're going to want to be able to attack their offense with their offense. So I think they're going to go tight end would be actually that'd be a pretty smart move too. In my opinion. 31st pick, the Kansas City Chiefs. They're obviously, it doesn't matter. They're going to take who's best available because they have no choice. They lost 2 of them this year. They released them. And I think they're going to go Jalen Mayfield, offensive tackle out of Michigan here. I think he's going to be the best available tackle at this point at the 31st pick. And they have to get offensive linemen in this draft. They're just going to have to. They're going to have to get like 2, 3, maybe even 4. 32. And the last pick on the Bucks. You can go different routes, but I think they're going to go defensive tackle, and I think they're going to go Levi Onwuzurike out of Washington, defensive tackle. Hope I said some of these names are so hard to pronounce, but hopefully I did a pretty decent job. So that is my mock draft. I'm gonna go off the list again. Zach Wilson, quarterback, BYU, first pick. Then Trevor Lawrence. Then Trey Lance. Then Kyle Pitts. Then Jamar Chase. Then Devontae Smith. Then Patrick Surtain II. Then Justin Fields. Then Caleb Farley. Then Penei Sewell. Then Rashawn Slater. Then Elijah Vera Tucker. Then Micah Parsons. Then Trayvon Moehrig. Then Mac Jones. Then Jalen Waddle. Then Jeremiah Owusu Koramoah. Then Najee Harris. Then Christian Darrisaw. Then J.C. Horn. Then Terrence Marshall Jr. Then Jalen Phillips. Then Kadarius Toney. Then Jamin Davis out of Kentucky. Then Tevin Jenkins. Then Greg Newsome II. Then Christian Barmore, defensive tackle. Then Joseph Osei. Then Randall Moore. Then Pat Fryerman. Then Jalen Mayfield. And then to finish it off with Levi Onwuzurike. So if you could, please like and subscribe. Also, in one of those picks I did mess up earlier, I want to mention, I don't know exactly where on my mock draft. On mine, I messed up. Just one pick. The Najee Harris, running back out of Bama, is there. The Clemson quarterback or running back is in there, and I got him somewhere. He was in there somewhere between 18 and 22. So that running back is in there somewhere out of Clemson. So do not think that I did not have him in the first 32. I did. I just can't remember where wow. I think I had him 18. Travis Etienne, running back out of Clemson. I think I had him like 18. And then Harris, somewhere around like 19, something like that. But anyways, if you could, please like and subscribe to the channel. Really, please. Tell your friends about the channel. Again, hit the notification bell. As always, I really appreciate you guys coming in and tuning in to these videos. I really do greatly appreciate it. But I need some more support. I need some more word of mouth out here. Like I said, I'm low budget here, but I'm doing the best I can with the low budget that I have. So I hope that you enjoy this sports topic. Hope you enjoyed the mock draft talk, where I actually think a lot of these players are going to end up. I might do one later where I think that people are going to reach, and I think they're going to end up being bust. I might be in the future. I'll probably make that list closer towards the draft. So thank you again. Hope y'all enjoyed. Peace out, guys.